In this video, we examine the method of solving force and dynamics problems, in which the forces are parallel to each other. We give an example for each of them. Please subscribe us to be informed about our new videos. Please see the video to the end to understand all its concepts. Because force is a vector quantity, and to calculate the resultant force, we need to calculate the resultant of all the forces acting on the body. If you do not know the meaning of vector quantity, in part 1 we explained it. In fact, do not confuse the two types of sums of quantities, vector quantities and scalar quantities. We examined both methods in part 1. In this section, we examine the issues of parallel forces. Case 1. The directions of the vectors are the same. Note, if several parallel forces are applied to a body in the same direction, the resultant force is equal to the sum of the two. Example. According to the figure, the two forces of 3 newtons, and 5 newtons, are applied to a body with a mass of 2 kilograms, calculate the acceleration of the body. Answer. Because the two forces are in the same direction, the resultant force or net force is equal to their sum. (8 newtons). To calculate acceleration, we must use Newton's second law. We explained this law in full in part 22. If you have not seen that part, we have examined Newton's second law completely. Pay attention to the calculation. We see that the acceleration of object is equal to 4 meters per square second.
The second case. The forces are in the opposite direction. Tip. If two forces enter in the opposite direction, their result is equal to the difference between the two. Example. Two forces of 3 newtons and 5 newtons, as in the figure, are applied to a body with a mass of 1 kilogram. Calculate the acceleration of object. Because the two forces are opposite directions, the total force or net force is equal to their subtraction. (2 newtons). Note that the net force is in the direction of the greater force, that is, in this direction. Pay attention to the calculation. We see that the acceleration of object is equal to 2 meters per square second.
The importance of the following example is that both directional and opposite directional forces exist. Example. According to the figure, 3 forces are applied to an object with a mass of 2 kilograms. Calculate the acceleration of the object. Answer. First we calculate the resultant force on the object. We put the forces one after the other. We introduced this method in part 20. the resultant value is equal to 2, and its direction is to the left, that is, the object moved to the left. Pay attention to the calculation. The acceleration of the object is equal to 1 meter per square second. Because the direction of the resultant force is to the left, so the direction of acceleration of the object is also to the left. We said this tip in previous parts. In this part we examined parallel forces. In the next part we examine the perpendicular forces. Please subscribe us to be informed about our new videos.